Hello and welcome back to my channel. These are some of the clips from recent training sessions after returning from Yosemite. The week back from Yosemite, everything felt pretty good. It actually feels like a long time ago now that I think about it. The day before we left, I combined two of my sessions together. So I combined a Friday and Sunday session knowing that we would be out of town for the weekend. And that itself wasn't too bad, but the after effects were a little bit difficult. I was definitely a lot more tired than I would have been otherwise, but that was a way to fit it in. And most of my sessions actually are not crazy long. I think a lot of powerlifters do more than one exercise, or like SBD days. They do like S and B days or like B and D days. I typically just do one lift a day, with the exception of Fridays, when I've started to add a third bench day of the week. So that particular Friday, I ended up doing bench, squat, and deadlifts. And so I was pretty tired, but because it was one of the earlier weeks in the block, it wasn't too bad. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how training is going. I'm doing a lot more volume, which definitely feels more tiring than my block leading up to the meet, where volume is cut back. I think the amount that I'm doing is definitely challenging, but because the weights aren't too heavy, I don't feel like my nervous system is too blown out, but my body feels like it needs many hours of sleep. So since the last meet, which was now 2 months ago, I have been tracking loosely. I eat about 4 meals a day. I'm really trying to gain weight, but not at a fast pace. So I'm currently sitting around 58 to 59 kilos in the morning. And of course, there's a little bit of fluctuation. Overall, I do feel like my lifts are feeling pretty consistent. The weight is definitely trending up, and this app has given me a lot more data to look at other than just body weight. I do have a discount code I will include in my comment box or description box here, and feel free to check out the scale. It is FSA and HSA eligible, so if you have some funds you want to use before the end of the year, it'd be a great present. Be like, hey mom or dad, here's a scale to measure your body weight. I'm taking a slightly different approach this time, working on triples rather than singles on my primary days, just to have a chance to practice with weight that is challenging, but get a few more reps in and not get too overwhelmed with the jumps and singles, because I think sometimes it seemed like with all my lifts last meet prep that during the last block before the meet, the second singles of the 3 that I did every day felt okay, and then the third felt like death. So I'm just getting a little bit more practice with triples right now and hoping that that will translate to better singles for my next meet. Welcome to your unboxing video. So long story short, overnight we had to replace a lot of the Strongman equipment at the gym, and Grant ordered some stuff from Titan and it shipped super duper fast. Did you get an email that it arrived?
I got an email that it shipped.
Oh.
But I didn't expect it to get here this fast.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So that's like 48 hours or something?
Yeah. So
Grant got some new farmer's handles and an axle, and that's the 2 items in the boxes there. And we're still keeping an eye out for crash pads because we have to replace those too. Going to Yosemite in the fall was really beautiful. It was definitely worth a visit. It wasn't as crowded as I imagined the summers are now. We haven't been in like 5 years, and it's actually not too far of a drive for us. Seeing rock climbers in the wild makes me think that powerlifting is such a tame sport because you can do it indoors pretty much any time of day, and you can have spotters, and it just seems a lot more predictable. So the first day we just kind of walked around in the valley. There wasn't too much to do hiking wise down there. There's a couple trails to go see the waterfalls. Those are really short and a must visit for anyone who hasn't been to Yosemite before. This time of year is not the best for looking at waterfalls though, because I think there's not that much water. Earlier in the year, like springtime, would probably be the best, but still really cool to look at all the rocks.
Ready?
We got pretty lucky weather-wise. It didn't rain or snow, but because it snowed a couple days before, the road to Glacier Point was closed, and so the only way to get there would be to do the 4-mile trail from the valley. And we did the first 3 miles and then had to turn around because it got kind of dark, but there were people still going up towards it for the sunset. I just don't know if we have it in us to come down in the dark, because once the sun sets or disappears over the mountains, it's just completely dark. It goes from like visible walking conditions to darkness really fast. I do the Stairmaster pretty much every day, and the hike actually made my side butts feel really sore. I was the only one in our group to experience this soreness, so I must be either detrained from walking, because I think with the Stairmaster you really just pick your feet up in place. You're not really propelling yourself forward, and Grant might just be in good condition, and my mom hikes like very regularly, so I was the only one with a sore butt after this beautiful hike.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this for a while.
The day that we left, we actually found out that Glacier Point reopened, so if only it were not a full hour drive just to get to inside the park from where we were staying. Maybe we will go back sometime. That's where we started. That's where we're going. That's where we went.
You got your leaf?
Yeah.
Not the same one, right?
No, it's a different
We're
one.
not there yet.
Leaf.
Leave.
Say bye-bye, Half Dome.
Bye-bye, have fun.
Bye-bye, Half Dome. Say bye-bye, Half Dome.
Bye bye, have done. You're so close. The car looks big.